Hi folks, thanks for spending a little time with me again today. I'd like to play for you the first etude in 21 Miniature Etudes for Trumpet by Nathan Ost. I discovered this book recently, and actually the complete etudes, which include lyrical studies, lyrical etudes, characteristic studies, and etudes for younger players, for beginning players. And I highly recommend the book. I hope that you'll investigate it on your own. It's pretty easy to find Mr. Ost online. And I've been really enjoying playing these. So I want to share a little bit of this with you today and maybe give you a few suggestions that can inspire you to keep working to bring your playing and your music expression to a higher level. Here we go. This is number 1, 21 Miniature Etudes for Trumpet by Nathan Ost. I think I could do that a little bit better. And there's always something that I'm not satisfied with. Is that the way it is for you too? If that's the case, don't worry. Just keep pecking away and see how you can improve things and take pleasure in the process. That's one of my best recommendations for you. Now, part of the problem that we have these days is that when we record something, almost all the recordings you hear today, almost all of them, are edited. They're cleaned up. They have makeup on them. It's a lot like looking at a magazine cover. Every picture that you see in a magazine, except possibly for the tabloids, well, maybe even more for the tabloids, has been altered. They've all been photoshopped, so to speak. And what does that mean? Well, just like with recording technology today, you can make something sound like anything. And that's one reason why I'm doing these recordings, is so you can see, well, you know, no matter how well you play, if it's a live recording with no editing, there are going to be some little things going on that could be better. What's important is not the technical perfection, but the musical expression. And I don't want you to sacrifice the music for technique. So when we're working on these, it's important to concentrate on where is the music coming from. I'm going to take a few minutes and just look at this and see if we can figure out where that musical energy is coming from. This particular piece has a lot of bounce to it. It feels light, lively, kind of young, energetic, and how is that expressed? Through the way the sound is moving. Now, you know, you have markings. It says mezzo forte, there are accents. It says staccato. So what does that mean? See, that's open to your interpretation. Let's see. I'm going to see if I can find something that is pleasing to me. That's a little better than the first time. It had a little bit more quickness in the release of the notes. So if your ears are sensitive to this, that's very, very good. It's also difficult because when you record yourself, or if you're listening to other players play, you're going to hear all these little details. That's what really makes the difference for expression. It's not just playing the notes in tune and in time with a good sound. There's much more detail than that. Any of you who are really inspired to be a musician, called to be a player, you're gonna understand what I'm talking about. And that helps me to keep going as a player. I'm an old guy now, and it's still fun to play new music. So thank you, Nathan, for writing these. These are a lot of fun to work on. A lot of things I could point out, but that articulation aspect and the sense of lift is one of the most important things. So if I played it in a different way, I'm going to play it more straight through. So the sound is okay, but that sense of bounce is now missing. It sounds like it's pushed straight. There's no sense of coming up off the ground. And so that's something I'm always looking for. I think it was Dizzy Gillespie that said the most important thing in music is buoyancy. That's interesting. That's an interesting thought. I'm not sure if it's entirely true, but it's certainly a good ingredient. And in this piece, absolutely part of what we're doing here. Okay, there are a couple of spots that are going to give most players problems. The triple tongue passage in bar 14 boy, that might be a little bit too fast. And it gives you a range of tempo that you can play it in. Tongue speed comes from suppleness. It comes from small, precise movements instead of muscularity and bigger movements of the tongue. So the more that you can reduce the motion of the tongue and not allow stiffness to get in, then the easier the air flows, and the more quickly you're going to get these attacks to take place. And this is mainly something to listen for. Although I could get into the mechanics when I'm working on etudes in this format. I'm not going to go there very much. Maybe a little bit. So I hope you have fun playing this, as I certainly did, and I hope you find some interesting things to work on, and hopefully we'll take some things by ear from what I just offered you. Have a great day. Enjoy your practice, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.